right, here we go again, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, fishing accomplices. Good morning and welcome back to fishing. So we are getting into mid-February right now, and we're gonna try and make it happen again. We've got a little bit of extra time off from work this week, so we're gonna try and make the most of it and get some fishing going. Though it's not gonna be easy because it is very cold out. Right now we're looking at 24 degrees and a lot of wind. It's been very cold the last 24 hours, and 2 days ago we had a lot of rain and some snow before that, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting to say the least. My preference and really only option aside from ice fishing is to fish the streams. It was a little warmer last week, so you know that might have been the opportunity to try and fish the reservoirs again, but it has since dipped back down into sub 20s and teens overnight, so anything I'm really looking to fish is probably frozen over with just a few exceptions, which I might check out, but we'll see. So I'm gonna check out a different stream of river. I haven't fished this particular area in years, and when I last fished it, I had no clue what I was doing. I'd like to think I've learned a bit since then, and I'm just curious, you know, now that I have a bit more knowledge on the subject, what can we put together? And that is what I'm gonna try and do. Nothing, you know, too remarkable otherwise. Fishing jigs, I went through some of my tackle yesterday, got some other things I might try as well, but nothing revolutionary, but hopefully getting on some nice fish. So that is my plan for you. Thank you if you do stay tuned, because it's time to get some fishing accomplished. Funny, I came through here about 2 months ago. This water's up so much higher than it was, which I guess is nice. Certainly more places there could be fish. Will there be fish? Well, there's leaves. Oh yeah, first treat pounder of the day. Yeah, so this was a particularly cold day, and again, a spot I haven't really checked out in quite some time. But I wanted to mix things up and, you know, try something a little different, so I figured I had the time off, why not give it a shot? It wasn't too much going on, you know, I did a fair amount of, you know, time fishing different areas and was trying to be as thorough as possible, working different spots and checking out different areas, working different lures, but ultimately wasn't getting much. This would eventually change when I made it to one particular spot and, well, had a series of unfortunate things happen, and I'll let the footage that I have speak for itself. Is that a fish? No. Oh, it is a fish, the big fish. Big fish. All right, that was a heartbreaker. I don't know how much of that we got because our GoPro camera died, but that was a massive fish. I mean, there's the possibility it was something fouled, but I'll never know because I never got a look at it. But that thing was gigantic. I really couldn't turn it around. It ended up snapping me off, which is a serious bummer, but that's just the shot in the arm I needed to, you know, try and keep going. So let's try again. With a little luck, there's still something else there. All right, well, here we are, next day. After losing that fish yesterday, I didn't really get any other action. And I'm not even ashamed to admit I lost sleep over that fish, what it could have been. I will never know what it definitely was, but you know, I know what it could have been, and yeah, it doesn't really make me feel any better. So we're gonna try same general area again, different stretch of river, and maybe work back over there eventually, see if we can get some shot of redemption today. But man, it is cold. My waders were basically frozen, so see what we can do, and hopefully it has something good to show you, so stay tuned. So I decided to start this session off at a different part of the same river, and you know, I worked it a bit. I haven't fished this area for years, similar to the previous part of this video, and it was very cold. I didn't find anything here. I spent a good hour and a half or so, and after giving up here, I decided to go back to where I was fishing the previous day, just because, you know, I had to know if there'd be a chance of something large still being in that spot. And it was one of the rare instances where I eventually found my way back to the same spot. And while I failed the previous day, I redeemed myself on this particular session, though not without a little bit of a plot twist, which you will soon see. Okay, it's time to see if we can make lightning strike twice. It's been a rough day so far, but sometimes all it takes is one hookup to change everything, as we've learned many a time in our life. But I will say, if it doesn't happen here today, I don't think it's going to happen, because I'll probably just throw in the towel. I've already fallen in the river once, so let's see what we can do, though. Still got time, and may have had more than one hit here, I don't know. Is that a fish? It's not. Is it? Look at the stick. Oh, it's a fish. It's a fish. I got. It's a fish. It's a carp. Well, that explains that. The mystery is over. A carp on a jig. Absolutely nuts. Jeez, look at that. I guess the mystery's over. massive carp on a jig. Couldn't get that thing. It went over the rapids. That was it. It was over. But the thing was gigantic. The fact that it ate the jig is the craziest thing. So I guess I can rest a little easier tonight knowing that I didn't lose like a giant, you know, brown trout yesterday, most likely. Just a monster carp. Yeah, I'll try like 2 more casts just because it's such good looking water here. I'll probably try like a few more and then call it a day. Is that another one? I think it is. Yeah. Crazy, man. Oh my gosh. All right, well, at least I can say I caught something. let's not downplay this. Our biggest fish of the year so far, so that's cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna cast once or twice here, then try a little bit upriver and probably call it for today. Happy we put some closure to this chapter of our lives. God, these things must be thick. Things are just eating the jig, bro. Thing is in its mouth. Come on. I think that first one that snapped us off was probably the biggest. I mean, this is fun catching them on a jig. It's a lot better than just throwing corn in the water. Jeez, man. Ugh. Easy, easy. Simmer down now. Whew. Yeah, it's not gonna work, buddy. There he goes. Well, I suppose now is a better time than ever to say fishing accomplished, so whatever, it's a fish. All right. Well, while it didn't necessarily go the way I would have hoped for the most, this is one of those rare occasions where I looked to redeem myself and actually, you know, did exactly what I was hoping to accomplish. You know, losing that fish yesterday, even though the footage didn't really turn out, was a difficult thing to deal with, and having gone back there and put a little end to that mystery definitely makes it a little easier to sleep at night. So for that reason, you hear it, it's time to celebrate the seltzer of the day. And we have Whole Foods Markets brand 365 ginger. Yeah, I'm typically a big fan of ginger seltzer, so yeah, it's pretty nice. I put it at the same level, I'd say, at least, as the Wegmans brand, though this one's a little more expensive and a little more out of the way for me, so I'll subjectively give it a rating of 8.1. But yeah, it wasn't what I was really hoping for, but I'm just happy on a day like today that I can get outside, try and catch some fish, when I could just as easily be at home doing nothing. So I'm sorry if this isn't what you were hoping to see, but you got me catching fish, so hopefully the next will be something a little more interesting for you. So thank you for staying tuned. Goodbye from fishing.